What is the kindest thing that anyone has ever done for you?
So I would have to say the kindest thing anyone has ever done for me came from my mom. She consistently every single day blows me away and does something out of the kindness of her heart for me. But I think the kindest thing she's ever done is when I was going through a really rough period in my life, she sacrificed a lot of her time. She would actually come up in my room and just sleep with me, and she would rub my back every single night. She was always, she would make me brownies because chocolate makes everything better, constantly doing that. And I don't know, my mom's just really great, and again, she does things every single day, but it's those little things that really stick out to me that she did just when, when I was going through a really tough time in my life, was a little sick, that kind of thing. She was really there to take care of me.
But I can tell she passed that down to you too.
Oh, thanks.
The kindest thing is that I was walking through school one day and someone actually apologized for not holding the door. So he wasn't nice and held the door, but he realized I wasn't there and apologized for not holding it. And I just think that means a lot to me because it proves that there's still nice people out in the world.
The kindest thing by far that has ever been done for me is that my mother gave birth to me.
She's gonna love that. I know.
So the kindest thing anyone has ever done for me was actually last year when Hurricane Florence hit. I was living in Wilmington at the time, and so I wanted to leave the area for the hurricane, and just in case. And so I have a friend who lives in Boone, and I called her and I asked if I could come stay with her for kind of indefinitely. And she was like, no hesitation, yes, come stay with me. It ended up being 6 people and a dog living in this apartment. It ended up being a week because we couldn't get back because the roads were all messed up. And she was just super welcoming, and it was just really sweet.
So for me, I was having a really bad week, and my favorite coffee is Dunkin'. So I had a free drink, and I was going to redeem it to help make my week better. And when I got in line and went to pay for it, the person in front of me paid for my drink. And that just made my day, because then on top of that, I still had a free drink. So yeah, so that just, it really made my day a lot better.
That's awesome.
Well, at work, my teammates always pick up the slack for me if I'm ever out of the office on vacation or something like that. They're always answering the phone, talking with my client. So when I come back, it's not anything crazy I have to deal with. So that's always really nice to have teammates backing me up.
Well, I work at a library, and one day I noticed that a young woman was there studying, but she was feeling very uncomfortable with this gentleman who kept complimenting her, and so I noticed that he approached her a second time, and so I walked over and I said, that question you were asking me about, I found the answer. If you'll come with me, I'll show you where the books are. And so the man left, and she thanked me. I said, I hope I wasn't intruding or overstepping. She said, no, thank you. And then 2 days later, she came back to the library with a beautiful thank you note written to me and a tray of cookies that she had made to thank me for making her feel comfortable and safe at the library.
Wow.
I'm blessed to have a lot of people who have done kind things for me, but most recently went through a pretty rough time, just was not treated kindly by someone else, and had 2 friends in particular that stepped in place of that person and treated me incredibly kindly. One who would call me every single night and pray or talk or just speak life for probably like an hour, 2 hours until I could fall asleep, because I was having trouble falling asleep, and that probably lasted like 2 weeks. never complained and did it just out of the kindness of her heart. And then another friend who would send me continually text messages that would fill in my name with Bible verses and telling me the things that the Lord says about me instead of the things that other people say about me, and really just completely picked me up. And within a month, I was feeling completely better because of the kindness of my friends.
That's incredible.
One of the kindest things someone has ever done for me is when I was working at this fast food restaurant, and when I was graduating college, one of my coworkers, she surprised me with this whole little party with all of us working that shift. She bought me pizza, and we all had like a little dance celebration. So like while customers were coming in, they were like, "Oh, what's a celebration?" And we were all celebrating me and my graduation, and like just getting to get together with all of my friends that I'd worked with for 2 years is a great time, and it meant a lot to me.
Probably the first thing that comes to mind might sound cheesy, but honestly, when my husband proposed, and even on our wedding day, he was like, "I will choose you despite your flaws, despite who you are now. I know who you're becoming," and I love that. So yeah, just the fact that he chooses me and decided to choose me forever.
The kindest thing was my best friend in high school. We lived like probably 20 minutes away from each other, and at the randomest moments, she'd call me or like send me a picture of my front steps of my house and tell me to look outside, and she would like once a month give me like a basket of like chips and sweet tea, or like little like care baskets. So
Oh my God.
I think that was pretty sweet. Like without me saying anything, she and her mom would just drive up and drop them off and then go back to their house and do their own thing. Yeah.
So, over 30 years ago, dating myself, I probably 20 years old, tried to ride my bike across the country. Actually, I succeeded. But somewhere in the middle of Texas, my bike broke down. And a very nice gentleman owned a gas station, repair shop. Took the time when I rolled my bicycle in there to repair my bike. But not only that, he actually drove me 20-30 miles to a halfway house, actually, because I was living like $5 a day back then, and drove me to a place where I could sleep and put my bike, and took care of me, made sure gave me some $5 for a meal that evening, and just helped me get across the country, and I'll never forget that.
And the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, it's hard to think of, but I would say my grandparents helping me pay for college. I feel like it was so expensive these days to get started in life, and I cannot think of a better gift than that, and I'm very appreciative of it.
That is wonderful.
So my mom. I got pregnant with my first daughter in the first year of dental school, and she's just been amazing the entire time. She's been on call. Having her take care of all my kids, I have 3 daughters, allowed me to finish dental school, specialize in pediatric dentistry, thrive professionally, and at the same time, be with my kids, spend time with my mom. She's just been a great backup. She's been amazing. So her support is the kindest thing.
Your emotions are getting emotional. That's really beautiful.
In college, my 2 best friends, I was walking around the mall one day and I saw this pillow I really liked but didn't have enough money for. And my birthday was next week and they got the pillow for me.
That's awesome. Was it a surprise?
Yeah, it was.
And the nicest thing anyone's done for me was my mom and sister got together and paid my phone insurance, car insurance off. I was $100 short.
Was it your loan?
And then something that someone has done for me is I lost my credit card at a coffee shop and they brought it back for me.
The kindest thing someone's ever done for me is bringing a dog into my life.
What kind of dog was it?
Cattle dog.
Oh, and who brought it?
Her right there, my girlfriend.
That's awesome. What kind of gift was it for? Like birthday or?
Oh no, it was just spur of the moment thing. So
Was it really for
yeah,
him?
but it was kind. It was for both of us.
Yeah. Awesome.